morning, Eugene. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Thank you for joining us.
We appreciate it. Thursday, it is October 25th, and the election just keeps on going with the, I'm telling you, the lines are long.
Closer and closer.
It is. You're getting closer to that November 6th date, but the one-stop voting continues across the area, and we're seeing record lines we have not seen in a number of elections. Lines at the voting,
at
the library especially. Yes, lots of people voting, well into the thousands now across Wayne County and the hundreds of thousands across North Carolina.
That's great. That's what we need, everybody to get out and exercise their right to vote.
That's exactly right, October 25th. And coming up on today's program, we have, well, oh my goodness, we're going to take a trip to the farmer's market out, out at Herman Park. And you got to see this. This was so much fun.
It really was. We talked to some guys that head up the Peddlers.
Produce Peddlers. Produce Peddlers, yeah.
Oh, that was a great interview. We talked to several local vendors, local farmers here in Wayne County that come weekly to the farmers market, and it's quite an experience. Yes, indeed.
And if we only had taste division,
exactly,
you know, because it was so good. Also on today's program, we're gonna hear from PAIGE LEARNARD, the coordinator for Crime Stoppers. She's going to be with us, and
Stallard.
And Cindy Stallard is going to give you
a flu shot.
A flu shot
on air.
On right here.
Right here on the show.
On the show.
She is the occupational nurse here with the city of Goldsboro. And she comes on a monthly basis and talks about different topics to keep us all well and healthy. And obviously, she thought I needed a flu shot.
Apparently, she thought that, and apparently you did. Then.
Apparently, I did.
All right. Do you normally get flu shots?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, I get one every year.
Good. So do I. And you know, there's some people who do not.
I know.
And I have heard from our health director, David Madden, here in Wayne County Health Director, says, you know, just because you don't get sick with the flu doesn't mean you shouldn't get a flu shot.
Right.
He told me that people who carry the virus can infect other people and not get sick themselves. So,
I've heard the same thing. Cindy was explaining that exact same bit of information to me. So just because you don't get sick doesn't mean you don't need that flu shot.
That's exactly right. Hey, coming up, we got a Halloween weekend coming up. Lots of things going on around the area, especially. And I just got word a couple of days ago about a big event coming up at Cliffs of the New State Park. They're going to have something called Trunk or Treat.
Yeah, a lot of people have that now. It's really unusual. I like it.
It is. It's Trunk or Treat. We're going to hear more about that a little later on in the program. Also coming up, we have, what else do we have? Want to remind you to check out the Pets of the Week at the Wayne County Animal Adoption and Education Center. That's always a lot of fun. If you're looking for a new family member, you'll find one there.
Yes, you certainly will. And don't forget that pumpkin carving is going on October the 30th. From 5 to 6, right there at the Arts Council of Wayne County, right there on John Street.
Yeah.
You bring your own pumpkin, they'll help you carve it. They've got really unusual designs to help you be creative. That's right there at the Arts Council. It's $15 for a parent and $23 for a parent and child and 2 children.
That's Tuesday, I believe.
That
the 30th is Tuesday.
That sure is.
Yeah. All right. So also today, the Cooperative Extension Service fall newsletter is available. You can call the Cooperative Extension Service and find out how you can get that newsletter. They can either mail it to you, send it to you online. It's better online, quicker, faster. Also, coming up, we have a Red Cross blood drive today. It starts this afternoon at 2 p.m. That's at Meadow Lane Elementary School in Goldsboro, out on East Ash Street in Goldsboro. Starts at 2 o'clock, and if you work until 5 and you say, well, I can't go give blood because I work till 5 o'clock, well, I have a remedy for that because they're going to be there until 6:30 this afternoon taking your blood. I want your blood.
Well, Wayne, have you ever played the game Family Feud?
You mean like the TV show?
Like the TV show.
Well, yeah, I must admit, I probably have, but I won't admit it. You know,
well, they are offering that now at Herman Park.
Really?
At Herman Park Center. They certainly are. It's Saturday, October the 27th, this Saturday.
Yeah.
From 12 to 1 at Herman Park, families compete against one another by answering survey questions about local genres. And if you are interested in competing and playing that game, you can call Parks and Recs at 739-7491. Family Feud.
Wow, just like the TV show.
Just like the TV show.
Now that sounds like a lot of fun.
Isn't that neat? They have such creative games and things for families to do. It's a good, clean fun. You
know, I like game shows. Not all game shows, but what's your favorite game show on now or not?
Well, I've always liked Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
I like Vanna. Yeah, she's from South Carolina.
I know
She's a
Myrtle
nice
Beach,
local
isn't it?
girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, that's a pretty good show. But there's so
It
many
is.
that have changed through the years.
But you know how long that show's been on TV?
How many years? I know it's
30
forever.
some. Yeah, forever. And Pat
Yeah.
Sajak does not age at all.
I know.
And I think he's got a birthday in October too.
Does
And I
he?
can't recall his age right now, but yeah. One day this week he's going to have a birthday, but he is like, 90
yeah.
years old
Oh,
and
yeah.
looks like he's about 20.
Doesn't he? I'm not sure how they do that.
I don't makeup.
I guess so.
Yeah, so yeah, Wheel of Fortune's very popular, and
Oh, yeah.
and will continue to be, I suppose. But what happens when he can't do the show any longer?
I can't imagine someone taking his place.
Yeah, but
then again, look at The Price is Right.
well, yeah,
Look at The Price is Right, how you had Bob Barker on there for
That's right.
who knows how many years that was, and he was fantastic, 110.
110 years.
And then now, all of a sudden, you have Drew Carey, and he's doing a great job.
He even lost weight
I know.
to do the show and changed his glasses.
And they have their first male, I guess, he's not really a model, I don't guess, but whatever they are, where they showcase.
Oh yeah.
Come
Yeah,
on
well,
down.
he would be a model.
Well, okay,
Okay.
first male model ever on The Price is Right just started.
I didn't know
It was
that.
big news.
I missed that one.
You missed that.
I missed that one. Okay.
So game shows, if you're interested in playing, go to play the Family Feud,
Feud.
at Herman
Not-
Park Center.
Not Family Food.
Family Feud.
Okay,
this
family.
Saturday.
If it's family food, call me.
Well,
Okay.
there you go.
There you go. That's this Saturday out of
Yes,
Herman.
it is.
Okay.
12 to 1, Herman Park Center.
Okay, well, speaking of that area of the city, let's now take a trip out to the farmers market out at
Yes.
Herman Park. All
Yes,
right?
Herman Park.
That's up next on WGTV.
What's happening in your community? Well, the farmers market is still going strong.
Oh, boy.
We are right here at Herman Park at the farmers market, and look at these beautiful, beautiful pieces of produce
Wow.
that we have in our hands. Wayne, what do you have?
Veggie. Well, I have squash and sweet potato and a
Zucchini?
And a zucchini.
That's right. And what do
love
I
it.
have?
You have some beautiful root vegetables.
Yes, I do. And this is
Yeah.
Charlotte right here with us. She's going to tell us who she's with and tell us how you're involved in all of this.
I'm with the Center for Environmental Farming Systems, which is a research station right here in town. Actually, I work for North Carolina A&T State University's Cooperative Extension Program. And so the research farm is actually a collaboration between NC State, NC A&T, and the Department of Ag. And I'm here supporting the produce peddlers and all these amazing farmers from Wayne County.
I'll tell you, these people have been doing this for a number of years. Sarah Morgan's here, and she's
Yes.
been doing this for a long
Hey,
time.
Sarah, wave to us, Sarah.
Reverend Morgan. Hey.
Yes,
right.
Reverend Morgan has been a part of the farming community for as long as I can remember.
Many
The
years.
first farmers market that we started back over at the health department, she was
Right.
the initial farmer to sign on. So yeah.
Yes,
Well, you know,
indeed.
they've got beautiful produce. If you look at the table behind us, you can see all the beautiful examples we have of what is grown locally and how we want you to support our local farmers. Keep the funds local, keep our economy booming, and we want to support 100% our local farmers and local growers.
That's right.
We got beans. We got greens. Bring it on down. Come get it.
Can you tell us how often they're here, what days of the week, that type of information?
They're here every Wednesday, and there's also a Friday market down at Plum Tree Gardens. We're right
boy.
here in the middle of Herman Park, so you definitely can't miss us. It'd be great to support local growers because that money stays right here in Wayne County.
Yes, it does.
Folks don't know it, but we spend $30 billion a year on food in North Carolina. So what we're asking folks to do at SES is to commit 10% of your food dollars to buying local. That's 3 point.
Oh.
Like Wayne's doing right here. You can't beat that. But if we commit in North Carolina just 10% of our food dollars to local growers, that's $3.5 billion that stays in our state.
And that is huge.
Yes, and people can sign on to the campaign at 10percentcampaign.com. You just log in and you attract your local food purchases. So.
Fantastic, great. Yeah, he's testing out your produce here.
No, I'm the official tester. Wow. that
Right
is
out of the ground.
Oh, let me tell you. I love it.
Wow. Let's see what else Wayne's going to test. Wayne, what else do we have?
We have pickles. Do not be tickled. Come get your pickle. They're preserves. That's what I meant to say. Pickles. Yeah, there you go.
It's banana pepper.
Banana peppers. Wow. Hot peppers. Get them while they're hot. We have your onions. And your other stuff. It's all right, come on over. Eating's go. Oh, look at the okra. We got your okra. Love it.
There is lots to choose from here at the farmers market at Herman Park. Oh my goodness, he's trying them raw. No washing, he's trying them raw.
Why not? Dig in. Delicious is good for you.
That's right. Next we're going to talk to you about the PEDDLERS program. That is something unique to Goldsboro, and we want to talk about that in just a minute. Give us a few seconds.
We're here at Herman Park, and we're talking to some folks about a program that's available here in Goldsboro, and we want to talk to Corey. Corey, what do you call this program?
This is called the Produce Peddlers.
Produce Peddlers.
And the Produce Peddlers is a group that was formed by NC State in partnership with WFI and SELS to work for the farmers to get all the produce and stuff out to the neighborhoods and the people who are not quite fortunate enough to get out.
Now we know that the CEFS is the Center for Environmental Farming System, but what is WFI?
WFI is called Wayne Food Initiatives, and they're a big part of the Produce Peddlers.
Okay, so Produce Peddlers, what do you do?
The Produce Peddlers, they pretty much go out, like I said, into the neighborhoods.
Peddling on bicycles and rickshaws.
That's right, to get all this pretty much organic and fresh produce out.
There you go.
Yes,
man, look at that.
Wow.
Oh man, that is beautiful.
Turnips.
Well, we got turnips, we got greens, oh man, I love greens. Mustard greens.
Bill peas, onions in the city right now.
All right, now
sweet potatoes.
So how far out from Herman Park do you actually go?
It's usually around a 2-mile radius.
Okay. All right, so and we're here at the farmers market, right, Kim?
The farmers market right here at Herman Park in the parking lot.
Yes, ma'am.
So you start at this point and you go out as far as 2 miles out.
Yes, sir.
Now who does all the riding?
My guys here, the Produce Peddlers.
You don't ride, huh?
No, sir. No, sir.
Now, why is that? No, never mind. What's your name?
Roman Thomas.
Roman! Go, Roman. You're one of the bikers here, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Now, Roman, what did you have to do to get in shape for this?
Well, I did 3 years of the Army Reserve.
That'll do it.
Yep, that'll
Prior
do it.
to that, I did a whole bunch of football
Thank you.
programming.
Thank you for your service in the Army Reserve.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Roman, you go out a couple of miles and you deliver.
Yes.
All right. Now, how do you do that?
See, what we do is we come to this farmers market every Wednesday. Everybody set up shop. As you see, we got one shop where they setting up the field peas and all the vegetables. We'll just come out here for everybody. We'll load up and get the community.
All right.
The community need their vegetables, so we're on the run.
Let's get DeMarcus over here. Come here, DeMarcus.
That's right, DeMarcus. You come on in.
What's your name, DeMarcus?
My name's DeMarcus.
All right. All right. Now, what do you do to get in shape with this, Marcus? DeMarcus?
I can honestly say I had to ride. Well, when the whole program started, I had to ride the bike by myself, actually from the park where it came from, Records Park Creation.
Okay.
And I've been riding it ever since. It's like I ain't never got off.
All right. Well, how long you been doing this?
About a good year now.
Really? You too, Roland?
No, actually a month probably now.
About a month. You just getting started here.
Just getting
So
started.
he took some of the load off you, right?
He's just gotten back. DeMarcus has just gotten back from a conference, and he's going to tell us a little bit about why he was at a conference and what he learned and who he was with.
Well, what kind of conference was it, DeMarcus?
It was the Clinton Global Initiative.
Clinton Global Initiative.
Okay.
Which Clinton might this be?
Chelsea Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton.
Chelsea, Hilton, Bill.
Everybody.
Ever heard of them?
Well, actually, Bill and his wife was not there. I did get to meet the lovely daughter.
Miss Chelsea.
You met Chelsea. Wow.
I shook her hand.
Oh.
Just like that.
I shook the hand and shook Chelsea Clinton's hand.
So why is she behind this? What is this all about?
I think what it's about is pretty much what they was focusing on was youth empowerment and how they can, have youth being more leaders in roles and positioning in jobs and starting their own entrepreneurship also. So pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
Where was it held?
Oh, it was held in New York City. Manhattan, that's where it was.
Manhattan?
I'm not sure what the building was called, but
Well, where else have you been that you've been spreading the word about this particular program?
I've been across around the state, North Carolina, and we also went to Alabama for a co-op business meeting. And they was, well, it wasn't really a business meeting, it was more of training.
Okay.
So we was learning how to create a co-op, have it sustainable, and a lot of youth were there. So I really got hold of it. It was really good.
So we have 2 leaders in our community right here that are being trained to do great things.
Guys.
Right here from Goldsboro, North Carolina.
All right. Well, let me ask you now. Getting back to the riding.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Tell me, how does what do people do? Call you, or they call out here, or how do they place an order to get this?
Well, how we first started it, we just went on ahead out in the community. We started with the produce that we had for ourselves. We also have a farm ourselves called Freedom Farm.
Okay.
And we started off with our produce. So we went out showing people what we have. We gave samples to people in stores, people around the community. They liked what we was doing. We took their names. After we take their names, we come out here to the market and we follow back up.
So you just have a delivery route set up.
Right, just like pizza.
Just like
pizza.
But a lot healthier.
Yeah, but it's a lot healthier. Yeah.
We'll have
Organic,
sheets
though,
and
organic.
everything.
You do
Yeah,
what?
We have sheets and everything that takes down the people's numbers, numbers, addresses, email address, any way we can get in contact with.
Okay, well, so if somebody's hearing this or seeing this, what do they have to do to get you to stop by their home within a 2-mile radius of Herman Park?
Well, first of all, come by the farmers market every Wednesdays and first Sundays.
9 to 4 o'clock.
That's right.
9 to 4 o'clock.
9 to 4, right?
That's your first step.
First step.
Second step.
Second step.
If you see us riding down the street, honk your horn. You know what I'm saying? We'll stop. We'll come and talk to you.
You'll pull over in a safe place.
Yes.
Oh
right?
yeah, we'll pull over in a safe place. We will. And number 3, you see you walking, same thing. Stop us.
All right.
Spread the word. Spread the word.
Spread the word.
So every Wednesday you'll offer this.
Every Wednesday.
Can
He's
you
gonna
carry
show us how it works.
Oh, you are?
Oh yeah.
Show us how it works.
Yeah, buddy.
Where's the engine on this thing? How do you crank it up?
I think it start right here.
Oh, okay.
That's the engine, that and his legs.
Safety first.
That's
Safety
right.
There you
first.
go.
Safety first. Take off the toboggan.
That's right. You guys are great. Yes, sir.
Leave it up, leave it up.
So DeMarcus is going to show us how this thing works.
And we're off.
And we're off.
We're visiting with several other people here at the farmers market. We've got all kinds of goodies in our hands. Can you tell us about it?
Hi, this is seed bomb mix, burnt bees, and basically what you do is you get some water, get this, roll it up, and you can throw it on the ground and it'll grow flowers. You no longer have to dig and put seeds in the ground. You can just get this.
It's called seed bomb mix.
Burnt bees seed bomb mix. $4. $4.
Really?
Yes.
What's your name?
Rika Brown.
Rika Brown.
I'm Rika Brown, and I work for Produce Peddlers.
Produce Peddlers, here we go, another staff member. And what have I got in my hand? It says Chow Chow. What is that?
Chow Chow mix.
I love Chow Chow.
It's basically a combination of a whole bunch of things. It actually has the ingredients on the front right there.
Okay.
And it has it's like a whole bunch of spices. And so I don't know. It tastes really, really good.
It does taste good.
Chow Chow relish is what it says.
Chow Chow relish.
Oh my
And
goodness.
this is $5. $5 at the farmers market every Wednesday.
So there you go. You can get you some Chow Chow mix. You can get you some Burt's Bees seed bomb mix. There's all kinds of goodies. You never know what you're going to find at the farmers market.
Just come out every Wednesday, 9 to 4.
We're still at Herman Park, and we're talking food. We're at the farmers market here at Herman Park. And what's your name?
My name is Janice Darden.
Well, Ms. Janice Darden, what do I have here?
You have a string of hot peppers.
String of That was a Glenn Miller song. No, that was String of Pearls. I'm sorry.
You strain it up like that, and you can easily use it in your foods like stew beef.
Oh yeah.
Greens, and it gives it a good flavor.
It does give it a good flavor, and you don't see peppers like this much anymore, do you?
No, that's Grandma's days. That was in Grandma's days.
Well, I remember that.
Well, I remember that too.
Well, there you go. There you go. All right, and where did you get these potatoes?
Well, this is my friend Pearl, and I comes to help her every Wednesday, and she gets the potatoes. But these are good potatoes. They make good pies, good puddings.
Oh yeah.
You can do them so many ways. Casseroles.
Or raw.
Well, they won't make you fat.
No, that's right. They don't. They don't. Actually, sweet potatoes are very nutritional. One of the most nutritious food items you can eat.
Right. That's
sweet potatoes.
Miss Pearl down here, Wayne.
Well, Miss Pearl, what are you doing there?
What's she's doing?
I'm shelling peas.
She's getting dinner ready for me.
All right. She's getting your dinner ready?
She sure is.
I know better than that. Look, there's a lot of work that goes into this.
That's right. Look at all these goodies.
I am telling you.
I mean, we have zucchini, we have peppers, we have all kinds of goodies that Miss Pearl is selling.
Now, what is the secret to growing those good-looking zucchini there, Miss Pearl?
Just had to plant them at the right time.
Plant them
at the right time.
Right, like at midnight under a full moon in February.
Yeah.
Okay.
Miss Pearl, how long have you been doing this?
Years.
Years and years?
Yes.
Have you been selling all over Goldsboro and Wayne County?
Yes.
What's your favorite part about selling local produce?
Well, it gives me a chance to meet people and have fresh food for them.
That's right. Well, tell people in the community, why should they buy produce right here in Wayne County and Goldsboro and keep it here in Wayne County?
Because we need your help. We have land and we would like to sell our products right here to the people of Wayne County.
So we want to keep it all local, keep money local, keep farmers, keep supporting them year after year.
And besides that, the Wayne County farmers know how to do it the right way, and they grow the best foods.
That's
and
right.
when you get it, it is fresh.
It is fresh. It is fresh, and it's fresh too. And it's fresh. I love fresh.
So
it
every
is fresh.
Wednesday, come out and see Miss Pearl. She'll be out here. How long, Miss Pearl? Will you be out here through November?
Yes.
She'll be out here through November. Around Thanksgiving, I think they wrap it up. So we have tables full of great local produce. I mean, look at this zucchini. Don't get much better than that.
Ooh, yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful. So support our local farmers. Every Wednesday right here at the farmers market. You have about another month so you can take advantage of it, right, Wayne?
That's exactly right.
All right, we'll see you next time. This is what's happening in your community.
And we're back on WGTV today, and it is a Thursday. Thank you for being with us.
Yes, thank you so much. We have so many things going on in our community, Wayne, that we need to share.
Well, let's
share.
That'll work. We're going to share.
We're going to share.
We're going to share.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Well, you know, there's a group. Let's see what the name of it is. It is, hold on one second.
Okay.
Fitness Extreme. That was 1 second, right?
Okay.
Fitness Extreme.
Fitness Extreme.
They are holding a Zumba-thon. Have you ever done Zumba, the exercise?
I've seen it.
I've done it a couple times.
It looks dangerous.
It's dangerous. It's actually very fun. And they are doing a Zumba-thon this Saturday from 9:30 in the morning until 12:30, a little after lunchtime. It's out on Highway 70.
Yeah.
But they're doing it because a young boy, he's 8 years old, his name is Victor, he's recently been diagnosed with stage 3 kidney cancer. Fitness Extreme is hosting the Zumbathon in hopes of raising funds to help this young man with the huge medical expenses his family has. Victor's facing 6 months of chemo and radiation. They're saying, please come out and shake your booty for a good cause. You can call Samantha at 440-7253, and that's at Fitness Extreme out on Highway 70, like you're heading towards Raleigh.
Okay. Okay.
What a good thing they're doing.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Poor fella.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what else do we have? Well, we have the chance for somebody to help somebody else.
Well, how does that work?
Literacy Connections
Yes.
is in need of help. They're looking for volunteer tutors. They're looking for volunteer tutors willing to give as much as 2 hours a week to an adult learner. Now, all you need to do is be a tutor. To be a tutor all you need is a GED or a high school diploma, and then 2 free hours a week to help an adult student improve their reading, writing, math, or computer literacy skills. And for those who do not wish to teach, they also have the need for lab or office support. They provide all the training. So if you would like to volunteer to help with Literacy Connections, you talk to Angela, and Angela's number is 735-1990, 735-1990. Or you can go on to the website, but it's easier to call because the website is long and the number is 735-1990, Literacy Connections. That's a great organization.
It is, absolutely. They're doing good things in Wayne County.
That indeed they are. All right.
Well, if you're interested in hearing a symphony, Mount Olive College.
I love symphony.
On Thursday, November the 1st from 7:30 until 9 p.m. in their assembly hall, and it's free to the public. They're having a symphonic band concert. Let's see. It is free to the public. If you are interested in finding out more information, you can call Bill Ford at 919-658-7818. That is next Thursday, November the 1st.
Ah.
Next Thursday.
November?
Yes.
What happened to...
It's almost gone. It's almost gone.
Just like that?
It flew by.
Just like that?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Wow.
It'll be Christmas before we know it.
Ho, ho, ho.
Before we know it.
I'm telling you.
We'll be giving you some dates coming up soon of all the local Christmas parades going on in our community.
Christmas is in December this year.
Absolutely. It is. Okay. And we have quite a few Christmas parades.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, we have Downtown Lights Up coming.
Of course we do.
Oh, boy.
On November the 20th.
Yeah.
That'll be so exciting. The first big event that'll take place on the newly renovated Streetscape project right down there on that.
How's that coming along, by the way?
Almost finished.
Really?
It's getting close.
Wow.
November the 5th is the completion date that they'll be finished with construction,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll have from the 5th until the 9th to clean it up and get all their tools and trucks and everything out of the place. So November the 9th is the first day it'll be open to the public.
Oh, okay, November 9th. Okay, because the 5th is on a Monday, so the 9th would be on a Friday.
Right, so the very next day is the Veterans Day Parade.
Oh, wow, perfect timing.
Yes, yes.
Perfect.
So all through the 9th, they will be cleaning up the streets, getting everything to perfection, and ready to go on the 10th.
That's good. And on the 10th, that's a Saturday. That means that the Veterans Day Parade gets underway at downtown Goldsboro at 11 a.m. sharp.
That's
all right? Hope you're there.
Come out and support our local veterans.
Yes,
Bring your
indeed.
flags and lots of energy and smiles and root them on and make them feel important as they are.
As they are. Very important to
Yes.
us. Yes, indeed. All right. You ever wanted to grow your own veggies or maybe even have a flower garden? Well, you can. It's not that hard to do. Your chance to learn is in January for beginners and experienced. The Cooperative Extension Service offering a Master Gardener program. Now, there's a fee for this, but you get a book that's it weighs 90 pounds. Well, maybe not quite
you can reference anytime. I guess you need to look back and answer questions.
Yes, indeed. As a Master Gardener, you're actually trained to learn and then do and then help others with their gardening as well. So it's a tremendous program. I highly recommend it. The Master Gardener class beginning in January, and you call Jessica or someone at the Cooperative Extension office at 731-1525, 731-1525.
Well, those Master Gardeners, they did some absolutely fabulous beds out at Stony Creek.
Mm-hmm.
And matter of fact, it looks like a big butterfly.
Oh, really?
It really does. When it's blooming in the spring, it is beautiful. But they did a fine job, as they always do. They really did. Go out and see it. It looks like a big butterfly out at Stony Creek Park.
Go see the bloomers at Stony Creek Park.
The blooming butterfly.
I mean, the blooming butterflies.
That's right.
That's what I meant to say.
Of course you did.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, if you're interested in hearing a story time outside, doing something a little bit different, we have a teddy bear picnic that is scheduled for Wednesday, November the 7th.
Yes.
From 12 to 1, downtown Goldsboro on Center Street. We'll have a storybook time at Cornerstone Commons. Bring a teddy bear in your lunch. And we will have a storyteller out there and we'll act out a story. And it'll just be something fun that you can do with your little one.
So bring your picnic basket.
Your picnic basket,
and
your young child, and your bear.
And your bear.
And have a teddy bear picnic.
And somebody somewhere along the way is bound to say, hey, hey, boo-boo.
Well, maybe so. You just did.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, you know, coming up,
Yes.
you mentioned November 5th a moment ago, and that reminded me that the new senior center will be open to the public that day.
All right.
Officially, that's the first day it's open to the public, November 5th, and you are not going to believe it.
You need to go check it out for yourself.
I am telling you, it is an amazing facility.
How lucky are our citizens here in Goldsboro to have that new facility?
I can't wait till I turn 60. Wait a minute. I did that a few years back. Anyway, what's up next? PAIGE LEARNARD.
Yes, Crime Stoppers. That is going to be a weekly news segment where Paige is going to come on and she is going to give us information on any and every of the different crimes that need to be showcased here in our community, because we need your help. We need you to be on the lookout if you see these faces, to call 911 or to call Crime Stoppers and give them information on these gentlemen or whoever the criminals may be that she's showcasing.
Well, now, wait a minute. It's more than just...
Or whomever.
More than just gentlemen.
Yes,
now.
it is.
Come on.
And I guess they're not gentlemen.
Well, no, but...
But she will be showcasing these criminals, and we need your help in the community to... Let's get these guys and have them put behind bars as they should be.
Now, wait a minute. There's
Guys
more
and
than
girls.
just guys. Thank you.
Guys and girls.
Peoples.
Yes, but that's
Yes.
going to be a new weekly segment, Crime Stoppers with PAIGE LEARNARD.
All right. Very good.
Let's see what she's got to say, Wayne.
See what she's got to say. Up next on WGTV.
Hi, I'm Kim Bess with WGTV Today. We have a new segment that we have just started on the show. It is our Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week. Every week we'll be coming to you promoting the different criminals in the community that we want your help with, that we need you to send information, we need you to call us, text Crime Stoppers, call 911, call the Goldsboro Police Department. We need your assistance. Today I have with me PAIGE LEARNARD. She's the coordinator for Crime Stoppers here in our community. Good morning,
Good
Paige.
morning. Good morning.
So today we're focusing on 3 local criminals.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're going to give us details of each individual one. We'll be showing their picture as well.
Yep.
And we are asking for our community help, and we'll be doing this on a regular weekly basis. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, Paige, let's get started with our very first suspect.
Well, the first one I wanted to bring light, and the public is very aware of this, but I want to highlight it and ask for everybody's help. On September the 7th at about 11:30 at night, the Goldsboro Police Department was actually called to the 1000 block of Devereaux Street for shots fired, and once the officers got there, we located 2 victims, and one was a Gary Buckram, the other was Donald Mewborn. Mr. Buckram was 50 years old and Mr. Mewborn was 47. At that time, they located both victims with gunshot wounds. They were deceased at the scene. The investigation further led to the arrest warrant for that, and the gentleman that we're looking for in that is Angelo Burton. The most important thing I want to get out there is most people in the public and out there on the streets know Angelo Burton by the name of A.B.
And okay, that's his nickname.
That is his nickname, and when people speak to us about this case, they refer to him as A.B.
Okay.
And I wanted to remind the public also, we have his picture on our city website. So we have the picture today to show everybody, but if they want to take a second look, I want to encourage them to go to the city website.
So you're now looking at A.B., Angelo Burton.
That is correct.
So if you have seen him, if you know his whereabouts, how do people let you all know?
Well, the first thing, if you see him on the streets, I want to encourage everybody to call 911. That will get you immediate service.
And tell them where he is at that moment.
Yes, they fret about calling 911, but this is 911 newsworthy. I guess that's for better choice of words. Pay attention to where he's at, pay attention to his clothing. If he's on a vehicle, get that kind of information. Call 911. We will get an officer there just as soon as we can. He's actually got 2 counts of murder on him, so we encourage the public to call us or help us in any way.
How else, other than 911, what is other opportunities or ways that the community can call and get in touch with the police?
That case in particular is actually assigned to Investigator Melvin. They can contact Investigator Melvin, or they can contact Crime Stoppers if they want to remain anonymous. If they want to call Investigator Melvin, they need to call him at 580-4212. If they want to remain anonymous and get the information to us that way, they can call me. They call me at 735-2255 or text me at 222-4230. It's the same phone, and I'm the only one that answers that phone.
And that's the Crime Stoppers numbers?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so those 2 numbers, whether you're texting or calling or anonymous, and we'll add those numbers on the screen. And then you can also call 911.
That's correct.
Okay. All right, so that is the first suspect, and that is Angelo Burton, nickname A.B.
Yes.
All right, so now the next suspect that we are focusing on this week.
Yeah, the second case I want to talk about happened on September 30th, and a lot of the public is familiar with this case also. This happened at Teaser's nightclub on Highway 117. At about 1 o'clock in the morning, the police department was called to Teaser's for a shooting inside of Teaser's. Once they arrived, we actually had a victim there, an 18-year-old victim by the name of Jairus Saunders. Investigation in that case led to an arrest warrant for Quentin Swinson, and the people that are familiar with him, I have brought his picture, and I think they're going to put that up on for the public to see that. Also, his picture is up on the city website, so if they want to take a second look. He has an active warrant for murder, and all the same rules apply to him. If you see him, call 911, and secondly, call me, Crime Stoppers. That keeps you anonymous. If you want to talk specifically to the investigator in that case, it's Investigator Bethay, and he's at 580-4212. Correction, 4214.
4214.
Yes. And I encourage everybody to call the same way as I spoke about with AB. We need their help. Mr. Swinson is out there on the street somewhere, and we need the public's help to get him forward. We need to get them both off the streets.
Yes, we do.
The third case that I wanted to talk to the public about was actually an incident that happened on the 12th of this month. We had a 21-year-old victim who was riding around town in a familiar car to a lot of people. It's a Spider-Man car. It's painted up kind of like Spider-Man.
Okay.
He was actually followed by a vehicle of several suspects. Those suspects got out with a long rifle type weapon and got into the vehicle with this victim. They drove this victim around for quite some time that evening and later released him. Now that investigation led to arrest warrants on 4 individuals, 3 of which were Terrain Gaines, Kyria Zell, and Jahan Bryant. They have been charged and they have been arrested, but we still have a 4th person out there that we are looking for, and that is the third picture that I brought with me.
This is the Bynum.
This is Curtis Bynum, and Curtis Bynum is also wanted for robbery with a dangerous weapon and second-degree kidnapping. We need the public's help to help us with his location, so if you see Curtis Bynum, he also has those warrants, and so we encourage everybody to call us on him also.
Okay, so that's 3 individuals. We have the Angelo Burden, which is AB.
That's correct.
We have the Quentin Swinson, and then we have
Curtis Bynum.
Curtis Bynum.
Yes. All 3 of those are felony charges, so anybody that calls Crime Stoppers that helps us with those arrests, there is a cash reward, and that usually helps people pick up the phone.
Yes, absolutely. So if you want to call Crime Stoppers, you call 919-735-2255, or you can or you can text also Crime Stoppers at 919-222-4230. And those are the 2 numbers, either the call or the text. It will be anonymous. It will go straight to Paige Learnard here with Crime Stoppers, and you do not have to tell who you are. You can give her the information, and if it leads to the arrest, you are eligible for an award.
Yes.
That is correct. Okay. Thank you so much, Paige. These are important cases, and we ask you in the community, if you see these 3 individuals, call 911 or one of these numbers. We need your help. We are actively looking for all 3 of these individuals, and we want to keep our community safe. That's why we're starting this segment of Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week. Help us if you can. If you have any questions about Crime Stoppers, you can also call that number 735-2255, and Paige will be glad to give you information or more details about Crime Stoppers. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you, Paige. We appreciate your help. We'll see you again next week for Crime Stoppers. This is what's happening in your community.
We're back on WGTV today. It is a Thursday. Speaking of today, it's October 25th already.
Yes, it is.
The year's almost over. I mean, I'm not trying to rush things, but gee whiz, it's just flying right on by.
We need to count how many days are left till Christmas.
Okay.
Not right now.
Oh, okay.
But we need to let them know, because that's going to make us all want to get out and do a little more shopping.
Well, yeah.
Or not a little more, maybe some of us that maybe we get started.
Talking with some people the other day out at the mall, and they said, and they were already, in fact, I talked to one lady, she said she had already done all her shopping.
I talked to a lady this week too and said she was completely finished. How do you do that?
Well, I asked that same question, and the lady said, well, I start after Christmas is over.
Gosh, she shops for a year?
She shops for a year. She just sees
Smart.
something. She doesn't think about it until she sees something she thinks someone would like, and she just goes ahead and gets it,
Very
and then
smart
she
lady.
saves it for Christmas. Yeah.
See, I would want to give it to them.
Yeah, so would I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have a very difficult time holding on to it, not wanting to share it with
Well, it's the excitement of
It
giving
is.
a gift,
them. It is.
which is always nice. But if you have the wherewithal to hold on to it,
Good for you. You're
yeah,
smart.
good for you. You could have your Christmas shopping already
All
done.
that stress is relieved, and you can just enjoy your holidays.
Ho, ho, ho.
Speaking of holidays,
Oh, boy. Okay.
at the Paramount Theater starting Friday, November the 9th, for that entire weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
Head out to the Paramount and enjoy a little bit of Ebb Scrooge with a twist. Ebb Scrooge, A Southern Fried Carol. Stage Struck Children's Theater is putting on Ebb Scrooge that entire weekend at the Paramount Theater. You can purchase tickets there, and if you are interested in more information, you can look on the website of Stage Struck. It's stagestruck.org. Great organization, do great things with young children here in our community.
Yes, indeed.
Go support them.
That sounds like so much fun. It's
They
obviously
have a great time with every show they do. And, you know, I've worked with them for years now. And I see these young children who start as very young youth.
Yeah.
And I see most of them stick around all the way through graduating high school. The transformation they make and the life skills they learn through being a part of a program like that, teamwork, responsibility, the list goes on, just like it is with many other organizations you can be a part of. I am amazed at what these children become and how well-spoken they are through being a part of an organization that gives them time in front of a group, speaking in front of 500 people at one time.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal for a lot of people, is being able to speak in front of large groups.
I've seen that too, and it makes you proud to, number one, be associated with this organization.
Right.
And it makes you proud to see that young people like this, when they go on to greater things, that they're from the
That's right.
the area, from
very
Goldsboro and
much
from Wayne
so.
County.
And we were just talking earlier off air that, you know, we work with these young children through the community, and we are a part of their lives, and we watch them grow. Then they go off to school a lot of times, and then when they come back to our county, we're so proud that these young people, young adults, are coming back to Wayne County and becoming a part of our community and becoming young leaders. They're our future leaders.
That's right.
You know, and it's just such a nice and fulfilling thing to be able to see these individuals
Yeah.
go off, you know, grow even more, and then come back. And we want them to come back to our county and help us continue to grow.
That's right. We all, and you know, anyone who watches any sort of newscast or any sort of publication of news and things that are going on across the country, you're always going to see something bad. And it's not getting any worse than it's ever been. It's just it's just there's more coverage of the bad news.
And that's what sells, to be honest.
It does. It does.
But
Unfortunately.
we want to bring you good news. We want to be positive. We want to tell you about the good things that are happening in our community. And we hope that's what you get every day by watching this show, is hearing all the fantastic things and all the good organizations and the good people we have right here in the city and the county.
Oh boy, that is so true. And you know, if you are looking for someone to share something like that with, consider getting a new family member.
That's right.
Don't just go drag somebody off the street. Don't do that. Head out to the Animal Adoption and Education Center. You know, I go out there about once a week, and I really have a hard time leaving with nothing.
I'm sure.
But I go out there to videotape some things, and you can catch that on Channel 10 as well. But I go out there, and there's so many animals, so many dogs and cats who are looking for homes, who would make wonderful partners or friends.
Additions to your family.
Indeed they would. Just wonderful. And kittens falling all over each other. It's just hilarious to watch them. And older cats that
are much more gentle.
Much more gentle, and of course they don't have any watch cats, but they have watch dogs out there. Dogs that would make great protectors of your.
Do you know if they have a website?
They're available on the WayneGov.com website.
Great. Okay.
Go to WayneGov.com or go to WayneGov.com and look up the go to the
Under departments.
Yeah, under departments, and you'll find animal adoption at the very beginning.
Great.
Right? Yeah.
We'll have to check that out.
Check it out. And
That's
from time to time they have photos and folks they have animals that need adopting. Yeah.
It's a worthwhile cause.
It is certainly that. Well.
And guess what?
What?
There's a comedian that's coming to Mount Olive.
Oh, you are, huh? Okay.
His His name is John Phelps, and on Saturday, November the 10th at 8:00 p.m., and it's free to the public at Southern Bank Auditorium at Mount Olive College.
Okay.
They will be having John Phelps, it says, clean, fresh, stand-up comedy. John delivers real and funny, one-of-a-kind perspective on dating, marriage, and parenting. I bet that is funny. Also, American culture and struggling to do the right thing. John studied marketing at the University of North Carolina at Wilmington. He's a native of Raleigh-Durham area. John performs for churches, local businesses, charities, and schools in eastern North Carolina. The event is free to the public, 8 o'clock. Contact Justin Rowe at 919-658-7897. Free admission at Mount Olive College.
Wow.
Saturday, November the 10th.
How about that?
I bet that would be great.
I bet that is great. You know, someone who can present a comedic program like that.
On his own.
On his own, and gives you good, clean comedy.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's talent.
It is talent.
It takes a lot of talent to do that.
It takes a lot of talent for a comedian, period.
Yeah, I guess it does. I guess it does.
Yeah.
It does. All right. Also, very quickly here, I want to mention to you again, if you are of the age that you are a subscriber to or utilize Medicare, Medicare Part D, every year they offer you an opportunity to change your Medicare Part D. Open enrollment is underway right now and will end on Friday, December 7th. And this is important because if you use Medicare, it gives you a chance to change your plan. It's the only time of the year you can do it. So between now and December 7th, take advantage of this opportunity if you want to change it. The annual enrollment period allows individuals with Medicare, their families, and their caregivers to choose their plans for the next year by comparing their current coverage and quality ratings to other plan offerings. New benefit choices are effective January 1st, 2013. If you have any questions about this, talk to the folks at the Senior Center. They can help you decide. They can help you with all this. So that's at, I believe it's 7, well, never mind.
Don't want to give them the wrong number.
I don't want to give them the wrong number, but check with the Senior Center, which, by the way, will be opening their doors to their new facility November 5th.
That's right.
Check with the Senior Center. You have until December 7th to finalize your new Medicare plan if you want to do that. All right? Well.
It's time to go to see who's on up next.
Cindy Stallard.
Cindy Stallard from the city of Goldsboro. Oh, that's when I get the flu shot.
Oh, yeah, okay. I can't wait. Did you scream or?
You have to wait and see.
Oh, okay. Wait
Stay
and see.
tuned.
Stay tuned. That's up next on WGTV.
Hi, good morning and welcome to WGTV Today. I'm Kim Best, your host. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll learn a little more about what's happening in your community. Today I have with me Cindy Stallard. She is the occupational health nurse with the city of Goldsboro. Welcome, Cindy.
Thank you, Kim.
I guess I say welcome today. Cindy is here today. She's going to be talking about the wellness opportunities for the month of October, which is flu shots. She's going to be talking about flu vaccines, and guess what? She's going to give me one today. So that's why I say I guess I welcome her here today. But Cindy is going to tell us first some information about why we need flu vaccines and what it prevents and what are some of the side effects.
All right, so protecting yourself against the flu is very important because it could take you out of work for up to 2 weeks, and so we want to avoid that. If somebody is sick with the flu, please don't bring it to work because you don't need to share it with your coworkers, of course. But we do want to give you the vaccine if you're able to take it, and it's important to get the vaccine. It is not a live virus. It is dead, and it will give your body the opportunity to build up immunities against it, so that's very important.
How long does the flu vaccine last? Is there a certain length of time?
6 to 8 months.
Okay.
And our flu season actually will go into the springtime, into the March, April, May.
Well, each year I hear people talk, when they're talking about getting their flu shots, I hear them say, well, every year the flu virus is a little different. So are they adjusting the flu vaccine to meet those needs?
They do. Every year the scientists sit down and look at the different strains that are out there, and they pick what they think is the best formula, and that's what goes out.
All right, so
this
you
year
encourage everyone to get their flu vaccine.
We do, and we have the H1N1 in it, and a H3 and a B strain. So you see there's 3 different strains that are in there, and they're hoping that, you know, it works out well. So anybody with small children should get a vaccine. Kids school age, important college age kids, they're in school as well because you're exposed to so many people, so it's very helpful.
And how about older citizens?
Definitely. Anybody up to the age of 65, anybody with asthma, diabetes, any of those comorbidities, it's good to protect yourself from that because we have a lot of elderly that actually die from getting the flu. So we want to avoid that.
Well, okay, so once we get the flu shot, what type of symptoms should we be prepared to see, side effects?
You may have soreness at the site of the injection. You may have a little bit of swelling there. You may have runny nose, sometimes a little bit of a headache. That's about it. It is not live.
So I'm going to feel really good in a few minutes.
Yeah, you do want to protect yourself, especially working with the community.
Right, right.
So.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and give me a flu shot.
All right.
Cindy's going to show us how it's done, and then we're going to move forward and have some other topics we're going to cover.
Right, and Kim has already signed her her consent, answered some questions, and she signed her consent, so we're going to press on.
All right, Cindy, be gentle.
All right, I'd like you to just extend your arm. Very good. This is a cold alcohol. Okay. You feel my fingers? 1, 2, 3. You may feel the medicine go in.
Yeah, I feel it going in, but it's just something different. It's not hurting.
All finished.
All finished. Good job, Cindy. Didn't hurt much
for you.
Yeah, you did good.
All right.
Perfect. Very good. All right, so I'm covered. I've had my flu shot.
Very good.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So now let's talk about breast cancer. I know this month we want to make sure that everybody is aware this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
It is.
And some of the things that we need to be prepared to do.
As a woman, everybody should be comfortable with themselves in order to do a self-breast exam. That's very important because sometimes we can find things that the doctor doesn't find. You know, maybe a lump that's tender, and it's just important. When we get to the age of 40, we're allowed to have mammograms, and it's like every other year or every 2 years that you can have a mammogram. And those are very detailed now. They're much better than they used to be. And
is it the same format still that has always been done? They haven't changed that up much?
No, for a while they were talking about the age going to 50 when you start getting mammogram, but it's still good to start at 40. If you have a family history, it's even better to start earlier, and your doctor can be a good person to advise you regarding that. So I did check with both Wayne Memorial Hospital, their mammography lab, and Wayne Radiology. They are both very handicap accessible. So people that have handicaps that are not able to get out of a wheelchair or bedbound, they can still have their exams, which is very good to know.
Yeah, that's unusual, and that's good to know that we have that. We provide that service locally.
Right, right.
So Cindy, tell us about Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I know October is the month we really want to draw attention to breast cancer and preparing ourselves and checking ourselves. So can you give us some details of things we can do as women?
Right. We talked about self-breast exam being very important. You have to be very comfortable with your body, and I think on the website there's actually like a chart of how to examine your breast. And then next to skin cancer, breast cancer is the second highest killer of women. So that's kind of scary. And you know, we think about family history. There are a lot of first-time breast cancers out there that don't have a family history. They are beginning their family history with that. And so it's hard to understand why it happens. Sometimes it can be very devastating to somebody.
Are there certain ages where you should start getting breast exams?
If they're sexually active or getting into, you know, their 40s, actually we should be doing our breast exam from the time they're sexually active and on through our life. So as we get older, our chances increase increasingly.
Really?
Yes, like in 30 age, it's like 1 in 233. By the time you get to 60, it narrows to like 1 out of 29.
Oh my goodness.
So
that dramatically drops.
It does. Because of our exposure to estrogen throughout our life, it makes a difference.
My goodness. Well, how about for men?
Men can have breast cancer also. If they had anything unusual, they should check with their doctor right away. As you know, lumps in their breast. When I worked in the operating room, I had seen a couple men that had breast cancer and went through mastectomies. So it can be devastating to them as well.
I'm sure. So men need to check themselves as well.
They do.
And how about the month of October, like we said, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Are there things going on in the community to make people more aware that you've heard of?
I've not seen anything in Wayne County. I've seen some different promotions from around the United States where they're doing something called Pink Love.
Yes.
Have you heard of that? And if you just Google Pink Love on the internet, you'll see all kinds of dances with Pink Love, and they're just having a good time promoting, you know, the
entertaining ways to promote the month.
Right, exactly. It's a lot of fun to watch those.
Well, for the months coming up, it's going to be, our fall months are typically when people start to get sick and have different illnesses. Can you tell us things that we can do to prevent some of these illnesses, everyday things that we can do?
Sure. Good hand washing is one of the most important and easy things that we can do. So if you don't have soap and water around, these little containers of the alcohol gels are very important, yes. And if you notice on them, they shouldn't be at least 60% alcohol in these to be effective.
60% alcohol.
Right.
And it says that on the bottle.
Yes, this one is 62%.
Okay.
So, and that's very important. But soap and
We'll
water.
right here so everybody can see it.
Okay, soap and water is actually the best if you have it. If you don't, the waterless gel.
Is there a certain length of time you need to wash your hands?
It's a good question. We should sing happy birthday twice quickly to ourselves while you're washing your hands so that you make sure you're doing it long enough.
So that's the length of time you need to continue with the soap and water to get rid of all the bacteria.
That's right.
So happy birthday. We have to sing that twice really fast.
Right.
All right. So that's washing our hands.
And one other thing we can do is make sure that we cover our cough. And it's cool now to cough into your sleeve, and the germs will die on your sleeve instead of like coughing into your hands, opening a doorway,
or shaking a hand,
or picking up a phone that somebody else will use later on.
Right.
All those things. So
and
cover
I
your
would think
cough.
turn away from people as you are covering your cough.
All those things are excellent.
Great. Okay. So one of the things we talked about earlier was using hand sanitizer, washing your hands, turning away from people whenever you're coughing or sneezing or whatever the situation may be. Is there anything else we need to be prepared for through the months of fall and winter?
Well, if you are sick, don't bring it to work. Your coworkers will definitely appreciate that.
Stay at home, get well, then return to work.
Right.
All right. Well, Cindy, thank you so much. We want to tell her thank you, but we also want to remind you all of these tips that she's given you. Take them into heed. Do these things. Keep yourself well through the month of October and all the way through the fall and winter months. If you have questions about breast cancer, what was it you said we could Google to find out about breast cancer love?
Yeah, Pink Loves.
Pink Loves. Okay.
Yeah.
And is there a certain website with that?
No, it'll come up.
Okay,
There's
just Google it. It'll come up. You can find out tons of information and start getting your mammogram today if you are of the age of 30-ish.
Yes, that'd be fine. Well, actually 40. But
It's
if
40
you're,
now? Okay.
Right, it's 40 now.
All right, start at age 40. Get your mammograms being checked. If you're a man, check yourself as well. We appreciate you being with us today. This is WGTV Today, and this is more about what's happening in your community.
And we're back on WGTV Today. It's going to wrap it up for today. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock each morning, Monday through Friday. Right. And tomorrow morning on the program, we have the pre-K library story time we'll be telling you about. We'll have Code Enforcement Officer will be in the studio with us here. Yes. We're talking about code enforcement. And also tomorrow we'll have our gardening program as we have every other Friday or so. Okay, that's coming up tomorrow.
And don't forget, if you would like to follow the city or the county, you can follow us on Twitter. You can like us on Facebook, and you can follow us on YouTube as well. All the programs are found on YouTube, so if you're not able to see the show on Channel 10, pull up your computer and go to YouTube, and you will find the programs there, and you can watch them at your leisure.
Actually, I like us all over the place.
Do you?
Yeah, just about everywhere. Yeah.
Well, we have given you many opportunities to stay connected with what's happening in your community. And the show, like I said, is live on 7 a.m. on Monday through Friday, but then we are seen throughout the day and on the weekends as well.
Tuesday through Friday, we're more alive.
We're more alive.
Yeah, and Mondays, we're more or less semi-conscious. But anyway, that's another story. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and that's what's happening in your community.